Good morning, everybody. You are currently listening to a Tall Girls podcast hosted by a tall girl named India. I hope you guys are doing super awesome today. I actually have a special announcement, just a little tiny special announcement, but I am actually in the process of creating a website. So very, very soon I will be posting blogs as well as in addition to my episodes on there. Everything will be super easy, all in one place on there. So I will definitely keep you guys updated on that. So stay tuned. Just wanted to throw that out there. But anyways, now as you can tell by the title of today's episode, I'm going to be talking about bullying and why some people bully, why some people make fun of other people because of their height. Now, this is a podcast generally geared towards tall people, especially tall women, but I feel like this episode can also apply to people of all heights, tall, short, average, whatever your height is. And honestly, something like this, I just find it really, really sad. Like, I don't understand why people bully other people because of that. See, it's one thing if it's your friends and they're like, haha, you're super short or whatever. And that's that, even though it still can hurt the person a little bit. But even if it's like constant over and over, time after time again, like how do you find the time? How do you find the energy to always be making fun of other people and their heights? It's kind of like making fun of their shoe size too. You know what I mean? Even though that was a weird comparison, but it just, I don't know. It just really does not make sense any sense to me, not to say. But today, I'm going to give you a few possible reasons as to why they just, I guess, devote their lives to bullying other people because of their height. Now, I first want to say, before I go any deeper into this, I want to say that I'm not trying to psychoanalyze anyone or anything like that. Everyone has their own different personal reasons for lashing out at other people, bullying other people, trying to bring them down. Everybody has their own personal experiences, and I'm just speaking from my own personal experience, and that might necessarily not be exactly the same or even similar to yours. So I just wanted to leave it all out there like that. But anyways, so we live in a day and age of technology. Everything, well, I wouldn't say everything because it's a little extreme and I don't want to be too extreme when talking about social media, but a lot of things, many things, most things we choose to see and believe is online, especially during the pandemic with everything with like the restrictions and remote working and learning. Everything has just been staying at home and being on a laptop. And I'm glad that the world is finally opening back up a little at a time. But yeah, we're still in the process of like still being remote, like at home on the laptop. I can definitely say that for sure because some of my college classes are actually still online. But I don't want to stray too much. But yeah, we're relying a lot on technology and we're on it, spending a lot of time on it, more and more these days, more and more these past, 2 years almost, probably 2 years, actually, 2 full years. And with that being the case, the media is playing such a big role. Honestly, I feel like it always has, but even now, like with cyberbullying, example like that, cyberbullying has definitely gone through the roof these past few months. But the media and social media, I should say, especially social media, I don't think I will ever stop talking about the role of social media and bullying and self-esteem. And I feel like saying that so much makes it seem like I think social media is bad. I don't want to make it seem like it's bad because it doesn't have to be. By the way, just a little side note, speaking of social media, you should totally follow me at A Tall Girls Podcast on Instagram, Pinterest, and TikTok for more tall girl content. They'll be linked below. But social media can be a good place. It can be a place where love and positivity is spread on the daily. But with every positive, there's a negative. So along with that, there's just negativity and spite and people just bringing each other down on social media, whether it's what they wear, how they look, even how tall or short they are. It's crazy. And everyone has different views of perfection, and they're trying to display their views of perfection on social media every single day, multiple times a day, whether it's on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. Do people even use Facebook anymore? Facebook, YouTube, stuff like that. And when you have a user viewing too much of that one side, of that one person, or even multiple people advocating for one particular side, then they start to believe that it is true. They start to believe that this standard, let's say an example, a height of 5'7", if they're constantly seeing content like, yeah, girls who are 5'7" gotta cuff them, or guys who are 5'7" are so cute, or stuff like that. Or if you're 5'7", only you could talk to me, or if you're under 5'7", don't talk to me. And if they constantly see that, then they'll actually genuinely start to believe that being 5'7" is the ultimate. Like, if you're not 5'7", you're terrible. And then they start acting it out. Because all they did was just constantly look at people just talking about how being 5'7" is awesome. And this part of this is the algorithm, because the algorithm, it tracks what you watch, it tracks what you look at, and because you're watching so much of it, it just keeps promoting similar stuff to that. You keep seeing more and more posts, more and more videos, more and more pictures advocating for that one side, because the algorithm picks up that you are looking at that particular thing. So yes, the algorithm does play a role in this, but what I'm trying to say is that social media does play a big role in how people see things, and then they start to act it out in reality, and that's where the bullying comes in. They start to bully somebody because, oh, you're 5'6.5", like you're not cool because you're not 5'7". That's a little crazy, I guess, but that's just an example that I wanted to give. But I'll probably do a full episode on that in the future. I'm not going to get too deep into it right now. But now, on the opposite end of the spectrum, that person making fun of you can actually be jealous. Yes, they can. And this is a very interesting point, actually, that was brought up as a comment under one of my older episodes. Someone said that a person can be in complete awe of you, can be in complete awe of a feature that you have, but still make fun of you. It's crazy, right? It's crazy, but why? Like, why no compliments about it and all that? Why just spread the negativity and just make fun of you and say only negative comments? Well, I feel like there's a lot of reasons, because a lot of people they just have really deep-rooted issues, possibly. I don't know. I'm not speaking for everybody, but a lot of people can just have deep-rooted issues, and some just, they take it out on other people. They take out their anger, or they take out their stress, or they take out their depression on other people, or they can possibly feel bad about themselves and they want someone else to feel bad along with them about themselves. And going off of that, maybe they feel bad about themselves because they want to have that feature that you have, like your height, for example. Like if you're tall, if you're 6 foot and they're 5'4", they might be making fun of you because they wish that they were 6 feet tall, but no, they're 5'4". And honestly, there's absolutely nothing wrong with being 5'4", but they don't see that. They just want to be 6 feet tall. And because you have that feature that they want, they are going to try to bring you down and make you feel bad about your height because they feel bad about their height. That's honestly very interesting. I really feel like I'm psychoanalyzing the situation, but I guess it's true. It really can be like that. It can be true. Honestly, who really knows that one definite reason, that one pinpoint reason? But I think that the most important part is how you handle the situation. It's important to know that literally no matter how tall or how short you are, there are people that will make fun of you. And it's important to know that there is no one perfect height. Social media may try to portray different heights to be perfect, but if they're portraying as different heights to be perfect, there's clearly no one perfect height. So why are we taking it so seriously? And it's also important to know what one person may see as obnoxiously tall or obnoxiously short, I guess you can say. Another person may see the opposite. One person may think you're super tall, but another person might think you're short. Another person might think you're short. One person might think you're average height. Everybody's different. And it's important to know not to get worked up over it, because honestly, life is really too short to be worrying about your height or somebody else's height. Like, there's so many other things to do in life besides worry about your own height, worry about somebody else's height. And what the person that is bullying you is trying to do, they're trying to get a reaction out of you. What they want is a reaction so they can keep going and keep picking at you. So I know it can be hard, but it's best to just stay calm. Just state how you feel in a calm tone and walk away from the situation, because yes, that is toxic behavior. And as you know, in this podcast, we do not handle toxic behavior. We do not like toxic behavior, and it's best if it's left alone. And honestly, if they keep bullying you, you need to report the person. Tell a trusted adult, a teacher, colleague, friend, principal, somebody. If it's getting out of hand, yes, report the person to the police, because it's very important to keep reports like this on record just in case they try to escalate anything. But I don't want to get too crazy with it, but just keeping calm is very, very effective in the long run, because nothing lasts forever. So that bullying is definitely not going to last forever, especially if you handle it correctly. So yeah, I'm going to end it here. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. I hope that you found it helpful. Let me know what you think, or if you found it helpful, at a Tall Girls Podcast on TikTok, Instagram, and Pinterest. Just hit me up on there. I really, really, really appreciate you guys. And I will let you know what's happening with the website as time goes on. And I will see you in the next one. Good night and goodbye.